Welcome to Policy and Demands Week in Review. I'm Dave Camp.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
I have three takeaways this week. The first is that the Treasury Department released proposed regulations on the stock buyback tax, which hopefully signals that there's a break in the logjam on Treasury regulations going forward. Second, the House was unable to pass a procedural rule for the foreign surveillance bill. And this continues to indicate the difficulty of a narrow majority in governing and coalescing around a specific legislative agenda. And third, the bipartisan tax bill continues to remain in legislative limbo. And the concern is, will there be enough support to bring this bill to the floor for a vote in the Senate?
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
The question I received most this week was about the bipartisan tax bill. And the question is, how will this fit into the legislative calendar in the Senate? Senator Schumer made some comments that were less than enthusiastic this week. But at the same token, the question is whether there'll be enough Democratic and Republican senators that urge that he bring this bill to the floor for a vote. And secondly, a conservative group of 30 organizations sent a letter to senators urging passage of the bill because it would help the economy and also would help preserve TCJA business provisions that might expire at the end of 2025.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
I guess the takeaway for what companies should do in the next week is to really remember it's not over until it's over, and to continue to build on the relationships with senators that have an opportunity to impact whether this legislation, bipartisan tax bill, comes to the floor. And I think being very granular and specific about how this legislation would impact jobs in the economy for those specific businesses and in those areas.